Understanding your nervous system during this time is really going to help in your own capacity to self-regulate. So I have this cup here to give you an analogy of the nervous system that really helped me. So imagining as if this cup is you, in a sense, like your nervous system. And the water that I have here is all the inputs that we get. So imagine like you wake up in the morning, first thing is you check the news and you see things have gotten worse in some way. And then you call a friend and they're in a moment of panic. And then you get stressed about your financial situation. So all of these little inputs that we have throughout the day, even if they don't seem like that big, anytime we read a story on the news, it adds a little bit more. So the thing is with the nervous system, if this stuff isn't being processed and you keep taking all these little inputs more and more and more, then at some point, even the littlest input can overflow the system. And what does that mean when the system overflows? Basically, that looks like feeling kind of a sense of panic. It's fear-based thinking. It would be like panic buying. There was a lot of that going on. It can also look like just snapping at people that you love. You know, if you're living at home, snapping at your kids, snapping at your partner, getting super stressed about anything. It can also look like insomnia as well. So if you're having trouble falling asleep at night, that can also be an effect from this as well. So it's a way to sort of start to see and be mindful and realize that even when you think you're not getting input, you still are. Because all of this is creating our sense of the world, right? So every time we're checking the news or checking in on someone or hearing things, it's compiling this back of the mind sense of how the world is. And if you're feeding a sense that like it's like a full doomsday scenario, then you're going to be feeling overwhelmed a lot more easily. So what can we do for this? What you can do is learn and practice, and there's never been literally a better time ever to practice and learn new ways that your system has to drain your cup. So what does that look like? Let's start maybe with a little bit of yoga. Yoga is a good cup drainer. We also have like maybe some breathing, gentle breathing at home, or like some pranayama. Could also be just laughing with friends, watching some Netflix, chill time. Maybe like a Zoom happy hour with friends. Going for a walk, being outside, doing some exercise, also draining the cup. So keep this in mind as you navigate your day, right? And just be aware, am I actually adding more inputs that my system's going to have to deal with? And right now, these days, we all have input. It's like it's happening to everyone, and it's just going to keep happening. But if you're adding input and you know it, take the time afterwards and drain your cup a little bit. So that basically you can keep your system clear. So there's a lot of different ways to drain the nervous system cup. If you find that you feel like you're in a heightened state that can't let go, that you can't find anything to drain, then you might want to reach out to a coach or a therapist to help you actually really get like specific somatic tools for you that's going to help to drain your cup, because some people are in that state where they're in an intense state of hyperarousal. These days, the way that things are going and what I'm seeing in myself and seeing in others is this massive wave. So like there's some moments of like when like things start to feel really serious and you really feel the wave of it. But then as long as you always find a way to come back down, your nervous system is going to be able to find ways to rebalance, as long as it's still feeling like a wave. If you feel like you get stuck up here, then you definitely want to reach out and try to find someone that can help you to bring that high intensity down. Otherwise, just maintain balance, turn off the Facebook, like shut down the social media, go outside. Remember that we, in some sense, really do have to take responsibility for our sense of the world, and just be aware of where you're choosing to get that sense. Lots of love to you all.